Okay, welcome back. And so what we're going to talk about is multiplication, division of fractions. So, how does this work? Well, multiplication is pretty straightforward, and so is division with a little twist. So with multiplication of fractions, we're taking a fraction of a fraction, right? So when we multiply fractions, we get a fraction where the numerator is the product of the numerators of the individual fractions, and the denominator of the product is the product of the denominators of the two factors, okay? So, basically we multiply across the top and we multiply across the bottom, and that's what we do, okay? Obviously, we also want to look at cancellation, if there's any cancellation that we can do first to make sure that this fraction is in lowest terms, but nonetheless, the basic idea, the process is to multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. So multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators and then divide those products, and that's how you do it. Now division. Division, if we have two fractions that were dividing by each other, this is equal to the multiplication by taking the reciprocal of the bottom fraction. So we multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom. So in this case, AB divided by CD equals AB times D over C. Okay? So again, A over B divided by C over D is the same as A over B times D over C. So we're just flipping the denominator here, and we change it to a multiplication. And then of course you just multiply across the top and the bottom just like we did up here. Now to show that this is actually the case, one way to demonstrate that this does work and that this is true is to multiply the top and the bottom by the reciprocal of the bottom. So let's just multiply the top and the bottom by D over C. So let's do that. So if we D over C, D over C, okay? And so what happens here? Well, C divided by C gives us 1. D divided by D gives us 1. So we get 1 times 1, which is 1. And so we get the result. Okay, and that's really the easiest way to show it. Okay? And that's it. So let's do some examples.